I can only control my praxis, my box, my home. I could only control that in myself.
And I will top on or like add on to that, I guess.
Top me off.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, girl, we are fucking weirdos.
Damn, bro.
I will not do.
We got urinals, Republicans, and top-offs? What's going on in here?
Can that be the title? Oh my God, new set, who this?
We're so pretty.
Where am I?
Oh, heaven? Is this what heaven looks like? Does heaven have pink chairs?
Yes.
Is God a woman?
Is God a woman?
I love it.
I'm obsessed.
I love it. I'm Paulina.
I'm Tati.
Producer Marco's here,
Hey.
but you don't know what he looks like, and that's gonna remain the same, probably.
Yes, for all eternity.
That's for season 20.
Oh, okay.
Season
we gotta make it
20.
season 20.
Okay, we hopefully
Right.
We make it to
we
season
still have
20.
Hopefully we make it there.
Hopefully we have the same day one people riding with us.
Yes.
Season 20.
Absolutely. And Never Too Shy is here.
We are here, baby.
And we are, as you can tell, a little rebranded, honey.
a little.
A lot
A
rebranded.
little.
I mean, we got a new set.
New set,
we,
who dis?
Literally, we have new colors. We got new logos,
couches.
new couches. We took photos for y'all.
We got shelves.
We got fucking
We
shelves.
got motherfucking
Trinkets.
shelves.
I
We
have
got
trinkets.
We got a gold table.
Yes, we got it all.
We got a baddie to my left
a baddie on my right.
and then a baddie behind camera.
That's the first time anyone calls me a baddie.
Yes.
You a baddie, Marcos.
I'm honored.
This is a baddie's circle right here.
Baddie. Is
I
this
love
a
it.
circle? It's a triangle.
A triangle, a baddie triangle.
It's a baddie triangle.
But we're so excited that you're back and that you're
Yes.
still fucking with us because
Yes.
we heart love you so much. You guys are probably wondering what the hell is going on, and we're gonna dive into all that. And as you'll see too, this is gonna be a little different, but in a good way. We're still
Great way.
keeping the same us, and we're still keeping on
We're
the
not
same.
changing.
No, the same energy will still live here. And it'll thrive here. But we might be doing a couple things differently. We're gonna also talk about why you really only see the two of us right now on your camera screens or wherever you're watching us, which I kind of love. We're gonna dive into that as well, and yeah, you'll hear all about it too. I love it. So R.I.P. affirmations. That is
Yes.
exactly true. So she was cute. She was fun. She served her purpose.
Yes.
She did what she needed to do.
She did.
Okay. But we're gonna try something a little bit different because we are never too shy. That was the whole point of this
We
podcast.
absolutely are never too shy.
I can't think of one shy moment.
Not
Neither
one.
of us have ever.
Not us.
We have never held back.
Never.
So we're gonna continue that, and I know everybody and their mama says that on their podcast, which is great. I love that, but I think it's authentically who we are.
Yes.
And there's nothing we can do to change that. Unfortunately,
Sorry, not
fortunately,
sorry.
right. Sorry. But I'm excited to dive into all that. So instead of affirmations, R.I.P., we love her. She was great. We should get like a little urine in here. A urine? Is that what it's called?
A urinal?
A urine?
No, not a urinal. A urn?
A urn?
A urn? A urn? For affirmation?
Yes, let's put affirmations on it and put her little
like a
urn.
urinal.
A urinal. I don't want a urinal.
Well, I'm not trying to get peed on. Like,
R. Kelly?
I love his music though. I'm sorry.
Damn, canceled.
Artist.
Oh.
You gotta separate the artist from the person. Sometimes I don't support
toxic.
him. But step in
Toxic,
the name of love. You want me to sit down?
Lucy is also like obsessed with Same Girl. Like that's her
Oh,
jam.
me too.
So like, I'm like you're
I know.
canceled.
It's really sad, but
I mean,
he's a piece of shit, so.
he's
Yes.
the piece of shit.
The biggest piece of
no
shit.
argument there. But I mean, I want to step in the name of love, not step in the name of R. Kelly.
I mean, I see what you're saying.
Okay, I could get. Hey, I got almost canceled the first episode of season 1.
Canceled again.
The
mobs
Rebrand,
wanted to cancel
season
your ass.
1. Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go. So yes,
Motherfucking go time.
in my urn, gurn, I'm
Urinal?
gonna put in the urinal. We're gonna put affirmations. I'm gonna put her.
I have a little box of affirmation cards because if we ever need it, just in case, I got a whole box. Don't worry.
All right, I love it.
Anyway.
We might need it one day if this
One
doesn't
day.
go well.
Yeah, if this whole bold statement shit doesn't work out, we got it.
Yeah, if this doesn't work out.
It's gonna be
we'll
great.
See. Yeah,
It's gonna be
We're
great.
gonna we'll regroup at that point.
Yeah.
Circle back.
Yeah. So instead of affirmations,
Yeah.
we decided we are going to fit with who we are and what the vision of the podcast is. And that's
Yes.
saying what we have to say, never being too shy to say it, being bold, taking space, making space, and no longer having to tiptoe around things we say. And so we are going to start the podcast with a statement. And then we're going to allow our statements to kind of dive into a conversation. Do we agree with each other? Do we disagree? How do we feel about the statement? And that's where we're going to go today. We're going to let the statements.
I can't talk today.
Stymens.
The Stymens.
We're going to let the statements drive the conversation.
Yes.
And obviously, you know, we're being very intentional of what we want to talk about because everything we talk about is important to us. So today, it's important to talk about women in podcasts.
I love it.
Like, hello. So do you want to start with your statement, Paulina?
Yes, my statement. Women in podcasting, listen, I am a woman in podcast, right? We both are. And a lot of you may not know this. Like, I'm not really new to this space. I've been doing it for maybe 8 years because you've been on my previous, you've both been on my previous podcast.
Your 2020, 2019?
Yeah, right before Panorama.
Right before pandemic.
Yeah.
So 2019.
Around then.
October.
And then I had to pivot to this same studio we're in.
Yeah.
It didn't look like this, though. And then I had you come here, too, Producer
Yeah.
Marco. So, like, we've both been on it. So, like, definitely not new to the space. I obviously listen to so many different podcasts. I love the podcasting space, and I'm really excited now, like, to do this with you guys and to be able to kind of just rebrand Never Too Shy. So I'm really excited. But my statement is to all the podcasters, and I guess I'm speaking to the women of the podcast world, nothing you're doing is unique or creative. It's how you're doing it that's making it unique and creative. Do you follow my lead here?
Yes, absolutely.
So, like, and that's the thing, too, and we'll hopefully one day dive into this conversation, but it's like what a lot of people are doing, what we're doing, isn't groundbreaking.
Correct.
We didn't invent podcasting today
No,
with two
unfortunately.
females.
No.
we
tried.
didn't, like, I know, we thought we invented it, but we didn't. But we didn't invent any of this. This isn't new. It's truly how we are showing up and what we're bringing to the table that is making us stand out, making us different. I'm not here for competition. You and I are very similar in that space.
Yeah.
Like, we support other podcasters, especially women, because this shit is like, it's so easy to get picked apart when you're on camera, when you're speaking, and that goes for both men and women. Like you said, you know, you got canceled day one of the first episode ever, right? Because of a statement that you said. But it's like, it's crazy, right? People will rip you apart. They hear what they want to hear. And if you're new to podcasting or are considering it, that just kind of comes with the territory, right? But what I'm trying to say is what you're doing is not creatively, I mean, it's creative, but it's not new is what I'm really trying to say. So it really is how you show up. So I really like to encourage people who ask me, like, oh, I want to start a podcast, or I'm thinking of doing this, or those who just started a podcast. Keep up the work, right? Because honestly, like, it's hard. Like this shit's hard. And we've talked about it so many times about time commitment, being consistent. Believe it or not, being consistent is hard. And if we didn't hold each other accountable in this room, we probably wouldn't ever record. Let's just be real, you know? So that's important. Coming up with content, Dati's so good at that part of just bringing content, ideas. Not everything makes it to the air is what I always say, even at work on the radio show that I'm on. Like, not everything makes it on the air, and that's okay too.
Right.
It's all about brainstorming, throwing ideas out there. And a lot of shit that like I said, we're doing isn't new. It's just how we're doing it that makes us stand out. So that goes for all of you listening. Okay, what you're doing isn't so new and groundbreaking. It's just how you're doing it that's gonna attract your audience, attract your people.
Being your authentic self, bringing who you are, not worrying about what other people are gonna see you as. Oh my God, I have to dim myself down, or I need to act like I'm somebody I'm not, and laugh a little bit more and make jokes. If that's not who you are, don't do it.
100% agree.
Absolutely. So mine is obviously focusing on women, but I think I want to focus more on like Latinas. I feel like there has been like a high demand for like a Latina voice in the podcast world, but unfortunately, I feel like when you think of a female who is a Latina in podcasting, you're automatically associating her with stereotypes of Latina women.
Really? Okay.
I
How
feel
so?
like, so for example, a lot of Latina podcasts, it's either like you're talking specifically about being bilingual, or you're talking specifically only about your culture. I feel like they just want to, and by they I mean society, want to group Latina women in just a specific field and area and say, go ahead, thrive and talk about like your family's culture, how that compares to your culture now. Thrive and talk about being bilingual. Thrive and talk about, you know, how people perceive you as a Latina. But I feel like, and this kind of goes along with my vision with you and I being multicultural women, because we're not just Latina, obviously, we're multicultural, is being able to have a voice in all these different fields, in all these different genres of podcasting. Because if you think about it, there's some genres that are like health and fitness, right? I mean, you and I are not like health and fitness gurus, but
Speak for yourself.
But hello.
Just kidding.
But I feel like we can bring conversations to the table about that genre based on our own experience. The lack of health and fitness for me.
Same.
Or like, music, pop culture. Like we
Right.
could add to the genre. So for me, it's more of a pusher. Yes, we need more Latina women in podcasting, but we need to hear their voice loud in all different aspects, not just in one specific category. Like Latinas in education, love that. Like, but I want to know more about you, not just in education. I want to know how you balance that. Like, who are you? I want to see a full picture of women and Latinas more, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. But I think just the way I am, I've been doing a lot of self-reflecting. And I always say I'm like the real life Hannah Montana, like with work and stuff.
Yeah.
Like who I am as a teacher, as an educator in academia and scholarly does not necessarily match who I am when I'm outside. Like I still like to go on boats and like I love to eat and like just unhealthy food and binge watch Netflix, and like nobody would ever associate that with like that's not what a PhD candidate would do, but that's who I am, and I think that's the reality, and we need to hear more voices of women or people in general of like who they really are, because you don't know who's listening that could inspire somebody. Because I would never want to set somebody else up for like, if you want to achieve this, you need to be like this and like this only.
Right.
Like you could be the little ghetto girl from the South Side that still gets her PhD. Or you could be like the snotty girl who's like bold and charismatic and loud, but then be like very serious when you need to be.
100%.
I think it's just having that representation. To me, that's important.
I love it. So basically, you're just not about being boxed.
No, I want to break down all the barriers.
As you should. We all should. I love that.
Yeah.
You know how I feel about that shit. Like, just because I
Absolutely.
can shake ass on a Friday night, Saturday morning, man, I'm going to be right up and doing a 5K. No, I'm not. But I might. I just might.
I'm like, hold on.
I
First
just
of all,
might.
I've never seen Paulina shake ass on a
I
Friday.
was gonna be like, when's the last time you shook
Let's
ass on a
start
Friday?
that.
2021.
That's why I'm like, we're being authentic selves, Paulina.
Hey, I can still shake ass. I might not be at the club.
Oh, I'm
but
sure you can. I mean,
Right.
we could shake ass right
Right,
now.
I got a
if we
BBL, I
really
can shake
wanted
this.
to. We're not, but we can.
Right. I can shake ass.
Yeah. So what about you, Marco? What do you have to add to this conversation? What are your thoughts?
Of women in podcasting. And
Yeah, as a producer of now a all-female, would we be cast? What are we?
We're a cast.
You're a
you're
cast.
A female cast.
female crew.
How does that feel?
I mean, I've always been a proponent of women being in positions of power. And I think that's just because I grew up with a lot of strong female people or females in my life. My mom's a very strong female, my sister, my wife. So I'm just kind of used to it. I think like for me, as of recently as being a girl dad and like me and Madeline that we're besties, I think what really affected me a lot in my kind of ideas was when I saw the Barbie movie. And I think I talked a little bit about this, where it's like, we've talked about how women, quote unquote, have been, behind men, right, throughout the entire history of work and everything else. But all of the women who were put down or who weren't promoted or who weren't given those chances all had parents, all had fathers in higher places that could have helped them. And like those men who were putting women down are also fathers of women, of children. So of daughters, like they have daughters. So it was like fucked up to me. I think it was like an eye-opening moment where it's like, damn, like, we have such a long history of men just being horrible to women. And that kind of sucks. And I think it was just because I was so in my own shell of being by such powerful women that I didn't realize that. But so seeing you two guys, that's great. I don't even think of you guys as like anything besides two badass people. I don't think my first thought isn't that you're a woman. My first thought is that you guys are badasses. So that's not like my thought of like, oh, we're an all women podcast. No,
That's true.
I don't even think about that. Like to me,
I
that doesn't
respect
come to
that.
my head. So
Yeah.
as your producer, happy to be here.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
I have a question for both of you guys. I'm curious to hear your opinion, especially since you've been in podcasting forever and you're like producer and all the things. I personally, as a woman, I love to watch male host podcasts as well.
Yeah.
Because for me, it's like I want to gain more insight into the male's brain and like how they think. Because I feel like that it's almost like doing research. That makes me a better podcaster.
Yeah.
Right? So do you feel like men watch podcasts of just women with the same intention? Like I specifically want to watch Never Too Shy now because like I want to get a better idea of the women's mind, how women think, how they're experiencing life. So I'm going to watch that. Or like what do you think causes men to watch female podcasts?
It's a great question.
Well, I don't think it's like for when I watch a podcast or listen to a podcast, I don't look at it as like it's a woman. I look at it whoever like the guest is. So like I listen to like a lot of political podcasts. And so like the Daily is a male host and sometimes a female host. I don't think of it because of that kind of situation. So as far as doing a research into the women's psyches, I mean, I don't think I've ever been like, let me listen to a podcast with this woman to get into the women's psyches. But I do like podcasts that are more insightful just to humans in general. But I'm also kind of weird and I'm not super like sexist. So I don't know.
No, yeah, I don't know. I'm like super curious to how that works as far as like male listenership and what attracts them to a podcast. My guess, I'm going to be honest, maybe it's what they find attractive. But like you said, if you listen to it, how do you know a female voice is attractive? I think a lot of men don't like maybe tune in for even male podcasts or men, whatever, with the intention of like, I'm going to learn something today or like how with us, right? We like to like, you know, drop gems, right? Give life advice or just like whatever and talk about real issues. I don't know if men gravitate or run to that. I think for them it's more entertainment or political or there's like a specific reason they're there.
Yeah.
And I could be wrong, you know, I'm not a man, but I also feel like if they're listening to a female podcast, it's probably because there's some form of like mainstream tie into it, right? There's a guest on there that they want to hear. Or maybe it's like a super big podcast like Call Me Daddy, right? Like she's a female, but she talks to huge people and artists. And there's another one too. What's her name? Bobby something?
Oh yeah. Bobby Altoff.
The unserious girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like but she's got her little like spin on it, right? So
Yeah, she
people
has her niche.
Her niche. So
Niche.
So people probably run to that if you're a man or woman. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. I don't know. I would hope. I mean, everyone's welcome here. Shit.
Yeah, because that's what I'm thinking, right? We're talking about like being placed in a box and that. And although I am a girl's girl, like I ride for the girls.
You girly girl?
Forever.
But I don't do this podcast for the girls. I do the podcast for the people.
I thought you were gonna say something else.
No, like I do it for anybody willing to listen and like gain something from it. It's not like we're like saying anything crazy like, oh my God, my life just changed.
Right.
But I feel like whatever you get out of this podcast, whether it's like motivation, inspiration, or even like a joke because we're funny, or even because we look cute and you want to look at us, like I would want somebody to like at least watch it and get something from it. I never want to talk in front of a camera just to talk because I could do that all day. But I want to come with something of substance that anybody could gravitate to. So I'm not saying I want to be like, how can we get more men? But it's more like, come over here.
Yeah.
Like
Everyone's welcome.
everybody's
Come on
welcome.
over.
Like it's just because now you see two women on this podcast does not mean we are only a podcast for women.
I get what you're saying.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I want to make that very clear on episode 1.
Yeah. No, I like that. I like the mentality. I mean, obviously, like we are for whoever we resonate with. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like we're gonna find our people, and I mean, you guys found us, and we found you back, and we're forever grateful for you guys. Tell a friend always about us.
Yes.
But you're right, though. I don't want people to look at the pink chairs or to look
Correct.
at us and just be like, okay, female only topics. I'm out. Like we're not
Yeah.
talking about tampons and pads and
No.
birth stories, which you might cover birth, but not
I
today.
mean, yeah, not today, but
Not
it
today.
can happen. Yeah.
You know, and that we want to talk about everything. And obviously we have producer Marco who like you
Yeah.
visibly do not see, but he literally is a voice for the man.
Literally.
The,
For my
the
8
man.
fans.
You are a very traditional man. So
Yeah.
I feel
Really?
like
I feel
that-
like the opposite.
No, I feel like you're very traditional.
Because I feel like...
You're very traditional.
I think
Really?
you're very we're going to put a poll up right now.
We'll put a poll
If you're
up.
watching this, comment traditional or not.
Wait, I want to
traditional.
dive into that.
Why?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Dive in.
It's your
Dive
podcast.
in.
Okay, you first.
No, you wanted to
You're
dive.
the one that brought the topic.
Dive.
Wait, why do you feel like you are not a? I almost said conservative. Why are you not a
Trump
traditional
2024.
man? Oh my god, this
Don't
fucking
beat
podcast.
us.
We're shouting out all the bad people today. Oh my god.
Hey,
I mean,
views.
to some people, he's not bad.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
Depends
Do
who's
your thing.
watching.
Right. Right. Literally.
We might have 3 new followers.
Hopefully.
We might have lost
We
one.
have
I
a
don't
big MAGA listenership. I know it.
They love pink chairs. They love pink chairs.
Right, they love the pink chairs. So why do you think you're not traditional?
Because I don't see myself as like the machismo side of it. Like for me, I like in my personal life, maybe outward to the world, like I'm very like strong and traditional, but I'm also think I'm very empathetic in the sense of like I don't expect to get home and like the house to be perfect. Like I know like 2 kids are a fucking disaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't expect to be like, yo, like where the fuck's my food? It better be warm. I better have like this or that.
Correct.
Thank
Like,
God.
I'm like, if you want to eat, like, do you make something? Not all right, cool. I'll pick something up. So I think I'm very traditional in the sense of like, I have a very big, like taking care of people thing where like I have a responsibility thing where like I want to take care of the people who matter to me and everything else. But I don't think I'm a traditional sense of like, I am like super hardcore conservative. Like I'm not even religious, bro. Like I don't.
No, you're
we know
not.
that.
Yeah.
So
Covered that part.
If you didn't, go back a few episodes.
Go back a few
last
episodes.
season, you'll know.
So yeah, I think in comparison to like a lot of other people, I feel like a lot of working men, quote unquote, like feel like they need to have some sort of exchange from their partners, and I feel like I don't. Like I get it. Like having 2 kids is tough. So yeah, that's how I would say. But
I feel like the 3 of us have that same quality of caring for other people, looking out for other people, making sure other people eat, other people win. I think the 3 of us have that. I think the 3 of us are very career driven, but still balanced with family being a priority.
I got
Yeah.
no balance, so that's the
Well, meaning like your family's very important to
They're
you.
very important to you.
But
Yeah.
so is like having a career and making yourself busy and making moves. Like I think the 3 of us have that drive, but we're also very close with our families.
yeah. I mean, my family is all my free time goes to my family. So
Yeah,
like,
as it
that's-
should.
That's the thing. So like,
I mean,
don't-
you could have a hobby, I guess.
This is my
this
hobby.
your hobby?
This is my hobby. I don't go out with the boys. Like I don't go out during the week with the boys during the weekend. Like I don't do golf.
We're the boys.
You're the
We
boys.
boys.
We them boys.
With our pink chairs.
There you go. See.
That's the name of the podcast. We them boys.
them boys.
Maybe
New
we'll
name.
get male listenership.
We them boys.
They're gonna soon be like, "What the fuck is
Wait,
it?"
what are these pink chairs doing here? No, I completely agree. I think for me, and the more traditional thing is, I guess I see it as, I don't know. I guess I see it as you are a traditional provider, right? Because like your wife stays at home, and I know that's because of the children, right? And like that's the agreement, that's the setup that you guys have, and her job is a motherfucking full-time job, and I couldn't even imagine. I'm with my baby for like 3 hours, and I'm like, all right, when's grandma getting here? Like it is bad. And that's just how I am. You know what I mean? Like I need a break, even though I don't really get as much breaks as I claim to get. But like I know that I have a lot of support, right? And you guys do too with like your mother and her mom. So it's like it's fucking awesome to see. But I do feel that maybe for me, when I say traditional Marco, I'm just saying like you're the protector provider, which typically falls into the traditional slot, right? But yeah, I mean, I definitely think you're very open-minded. Yeah, you're not the guy who comes home and says like, "Where's my dinner?" Obviously, and
Take
like,
off my boots.
Right, take off my boots. Right, and the house
With
is
my
not
feet.
clean. Yeah. Where's my hot plate?
Suck my
So, so
Zapatos.
I love that you say that. And I don't know. Maybe I just thought of it as like, yeah, you are the protector provider. Hence, you are traditional.
Yeah, I mean,
But I think that's just what it is. It's not traditional or not traditional. Maybe it's just more of like, that's just my role in the family. Everyone has a role, right?
yeah, and you know that's what my role is, and that's what was best for our family. But being a mom in general is crazy. You know, being a working mom, being a stay-at-home mom. Unlike that, they will never say that staying-home moms have to also keep the house together.
We still stand by that.
Still stand by that.
Listen.
I actually think I might.
I'm gonna resurface this if this is where we want to go. I think everybody's definition of I'll clarify. Everybody's definition
My girl.
of have your house together varies. So if you feel like the environment you present and maintain and upkeep in your household is conducive for your child's growth mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, then I want that for you. Whatever that looks like.
I like it. Hey, listen, I'm a mother, and I don't disagree.
That's what I'm saying. Whatever works for you.
We're not living in
and
filth
your
over here.
family.
What works for you and your family?
Whatever put together works for you and your family, that's what it should be.
I agree.
Just saying.
All I'm hearing is you don't stand on business, so it's fine.
I do stand on business. I'm just saying what my definition of put together is may be different, and that's where the conflict came in.
Yeah.
Because when I said put together, people assumed I could come to your house and lick your floor. That's not what I was saying.
I don't think you'd do that even if it was sparkling clean. That's weird.
Of course not. But people were being so dramatic with my one statement.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm coming down saying whatever your definition of put together is, I hope it's that. I know what my definition is. So I can only control my praxis, my box, my home. I could only control that in myself.
And I will top on or like add on to that, I guess. Just
Top
to,
me off?
Yeah, I was like, whoa, girl, we are fucking weirdos.
Damn, bro.
I will not do.
We got urinals, Republicans, and top-offs? What's going on in here?
That be the title. Urinals, Republicans, and top-offs.
We're looking like the state of Florida real quick.
Oh no, not Republicans. I will add on to
the
that.
rebrand's going great.
Yeah, how do you guys feel about it? I feel good.
Pause. How do you feel? Go ahead.
Ooh, send help. I will add on to that statement. And I think you would agree with me. And it's not to say that this is an everyday expectation. I also think you would believe this just as much as I do because I'm also a mother. I'm not a stay-at-home mom, but I get home at 10 a.m. So I feel like a fucking stay-at-home mom. When I come home, I pull up to the house and I'm like, I gotta go inside and be a mom now.
You're like, I don't want to go in there.
Literally, I'm like, it's 10:29. I pull up to the house and I'm like, oh, I gotta go be a mom.
What's that Kevin Hart skit when he says he pulls up in the driveway and you just see the baby outside in the window? Like,
that's my child, literally.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I have to go be a mother all day now. It's only 10:30. I'm like, we haven't even done the first nap yet. But I think you'd agree with this, where it's like, some days are harder than some, right?
Of course.
And I know you agree with it because even you can agree with like, there's some days that I'm like, I ain't doing fucking shit.
Absolutely.
I'm not cleaning. I'm not doing this. I'm in my bed. I am bed rotting, whatever. And I think for those who got weirdly fucking offended last time too, it's like, that doesn't apply to every day. It's just being like,
it's
that
not every day.
That just
something.
something.
That's the reality.
It's
you don't have. Oh, you don't.
It's
as
not
a
realistic.
mother, you don't have that liberty. It's no more about you should make yourself a priority, yes, but you are not the first priority. Your child is.
I think you should just adopt a kid, Tati, on your own. You know, you're a single person.
I would take AJ.
You're gonna take AJ.
Hi, AJ.
Shout out AJ.
Love you, AJ. Yeah.
No, I know. Yeah,
again, the day will come. God willing, whatever God wants for me, the day will come. But I also think you are a huge testimony to this. It's that the day you just can't. I promise you, your partner probably would, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Your partner will be there, right?
100%. We talked about this literally before I came to this podcast recording. Is we had a little chat about like, it's never 50-50. Like there's some days, weeks, whatever.
You gotta pick up more.
Pick each other up, or like pick up like where your partner's slacking, and that's where we're at. I was like, listen, like last week wasn't my week. And I was like, and there's going to be days or whatever where like I am slacking in the mom, wife department, whatever I am department. Like I'm fucking slacking. Like whatever you want to call me today, mom, wife, maid, I am slacking. So I just feel like it's really important that your partner does. And I know not everybody has the partner. The village. You know what I mean? I completely understand.
There are single parents out there.
100%.
No matter the circumstance.
Yes.
And that's hard. And that
hard.
I will say I can't imagine, like, because then you don't have the liberty of the, okay, my partner will pick it up.
100%.
Like, sometimes
Which is why
there's no picking it up. It's you.
And
right?
we are giving grace.
Absolutely
to
giving grace.
Stay-at-home moms, working moms,
Oh my God, are we
work from
repeating
home
season
moms. I know we're back at it.
Oh God.
I know they're coming after you again.
We fuck with y'all, okay? Like, we support you.
Sometimes.
Literally.
Mommies. We do
mommies.
support you.
We do, wholeheartedly. And I think like you said, do what works for you and your family.
Yeah.
Your level of comfort, cleanliness, whatever it might be. I think you're just simply stating like to create a safe and clean, warm environment for your kid, whatever that means to you.
Whatever
That's not going to be every day.
you want to raise your kid in that you think's great, I hope you do that.
Yeah, and that's not to say that every day is going to be like a scrub the floors day. We know that. I'm a mother. I know that.
Correct.
It's not every
You're
day.
a mother. I'm not.
Right. No,
I could still
doesn't
have
matter.
an opinion though.
Yeah. You clean your house too. Sometimes. She's like,
me?
she's like,
No,
my
yeah,
mother.
absolutely. I mean, I have
Right.
to clean my classroom. Right? Like,
For
I'm not
your
a mother,
students.
but I have 31 kids in that class.
For your
in and out,
students,
so
yeah.
many periods. So,
Boom.
yeah, I'm responsible. I get, a part of my evaluation is the learning environment.
Yeah.
That is part of what I'm being judged and evaluated on as a teacher.
100%.
Like, am I maintaining a learning environment that's going to help them grow, learn, challenge themselves, and feel a sense of belonging all at the same time? And it's not easy, but you chose this life. I chose to be a teacher. I chose to make these students in front of me, their education is my responsibility. I don't want to say livelihood, but I mean, I'm with them a lot of time.
Yeah.
So like,
You're a big part of their life.
yeah,
Huge part of their
I'm
life.
important.
That's right. So I want to dive into sort of like what it means for the two of us to be
Yeah.
here and kind of why we picked this. If you guys watched last season, we did have rotating guests,
Love
which was
them. Shout out to them.
so much fun.
It was great.
Yeah, we love each and every one of them. And that's honestly why we kind of didn't pick one.
Yes.
Because our goal is to truly have them come back.
Yeah, we love them.
We love them. They all brought something so cool and unique to the table
Yes.
that I felt was like perfect for that person.
Yes.
Whatever the topic was, their discussion, their input. I thought it was really cool. We got to do that. And I like love them all so
Me
much.
too. I think, again, like you said, all their, how can I say this? The way they execute, the way they say and express themselves, they're all different.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
However, none of them tiptoed around anything. And that was refreshing for us because that's what we were missing. We were missing somebody that was not going to be worried about what other people were going to say, how they were going to be judged, what would be whispered back in their ear. They were who they were, and they came as their authentic selves.
100%.
And they performed well. I don't even want to call it performing, but they were amazing. We were
They were
able
good.
to dive into so many different topics because they were either experts in those topics or willing to share and learn and debate.
Yeah.
For sure.
You have to be willing to do that if you're sitting in a podcast seat.
100% agree.
And that's why I'm happy I'm here with Paulina.
And I'm happy here with you. And producer Marco, you stuck with us. You didn't
Yeah.
leave. Thank you
No,
for staying
not
with
yet.
us.
Not yet.
Not yet. You're planning your exit.
I'm planning my short term.
Season 20.
Season 20.
20.
Season 19 is my last season, guys. Calling it now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, hopefully we go longer than that. That would be sick. I would love that.
Look, how amazing would it be if we could keep going
Yeah.
and you guys could watch me get my doctorate and then watch me maybe get engaged and watch me get married and then watch me finally talk about being a mother?
Wow. And then we'll bring back.
can't wait.
I want the full circle for my life to happen on this podcast.
I'm glad that we're
manifesting
just
that.
pawns in your life. That we're just.
You're not a pawn. You guys will be at all of those events. I will invite you.
I can't
all.
wait. I literally can't wait for that day. And not because I'm like rushing you or saying you have to do that.
No,
No,
right.
you do not have to do anything. You are fabulous the way you are. But I just can't wait to see what kind of wedding you plan. Your wedding. I want to see your baby
Destination,
shower.
girl. They ain't gonna be-
Destination?
Yeah, destination. Listen,
Ooh, like Cancun.
my life, my perspective, this last year honestly has changed so much in so many ways.
Yeah, what have you been up to, girl?
Are we announcing something?
No, I think recently, honestly, it's crazy. I've been in such a freaking hold, this suck of uncertainty in my life. And by uncertainty, it's just like, I feel like God truly has been testing me.
Really?
Like, truly has been testing me because right now, in all facets of my life, I am getting told no. And that never happens to me. At least not all at the same time.
Wow.
And I'm very self-aware. I know I sound like a brat. That's why I'm on the podcast, to be honest. Yeah, sure, only child syndrome. I'm not used to everything not going my way. I'm used to some things not going my way. But literally, this has been one of the hardest weeks I have had. I've cried so much.
You've been told no, you're saying?
Not necessarily told no, but I've been fucked over. I have no other reason, or I have no other way to explain it. Like work-wise, things are not working the way they should. I'm a control freak. That's not going how I planned. So I feel like the joy of being a teacher was kind of sucked out of me the first week. But now that I'm with students, it's coming back. It's just adults suck sometimes. And then just like my PhD program, I'm literally in my exams right now. So like that hasn't been as bad, but it's just like the next step where I'm kind of in this limbo where it's like advisors saying this, but then this book is saying that. So I'm in like some uncertainty there. And then I just feel like in all aspects of my life right now, everything is like there's something thrown. A monkey wrench is being thrown. And I think it's because I'm such a control freak and I'm such a planner. So everything right now is throwing a monkey wrench in my specific plans. It's not the worst case scenario in any of them, of course, thank God. I'm just being a brat. However, it's important for me to talk about this because I think, honestly, this is a point in my life where I'm truly being challenged and being faced with, you claim you're a strong person, you claim you're open-minded, you claim you don't settle, you claim you're adaptable, prove it. I'm going to put you in all these scenarios to make you question yourself, to make you think twice about things, to make you come to your truth, to make you be honest with yourself, to really look at your priorities, to look at, what you really want for yourself, what's bringing you joy, who's bringing you joy, who's not. If that doesn't align, kind of what I've been preaching lately, but it's like God is like, you've been talking about it. Now I'm going to challenge you and I'm going to test your faith. Like test your faith in God's timing. And that is what I feel like is truly testing me right now because nothing's really going my way.
Damn.
And it's driving me crazy.
That's wild.
But I'm learning to try to face it a day at a time, only control what I could control and just do the best I can wherever I can and just ultimately have faith in God. And have faith in myself that I could get through it. And I will find the decision, the answers.
Yeah.
What's meant for me will be with me. The universe will conspire.
Ooh.
Whatever needs to happen, whatever will be, will be.
Sometimes faith is like all we got, bro.
Absolutely.
Like in your situation right now, I can see that, especially when things are not going your way.
Yes.
And that's always a very difficult season to be in.
Yeah.
But I think you're going to get through it.
I'm in the suck.
Are you?
I'm in the suck, but I'm going to get out of it.
Yeah.
I have a great support system. I'm a great support system to myself.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds funny, but it's like, yeah, I'm going to cry and I'm going to complain right now. But guess what? I'm going to go home and boss up because I have no other choice.
You really don't.
Because it's like, what is it? Fight or flight?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to fight.
I have the joke at work. It's me and Jason Brown always say fight, flight, or what's the other one? Fight, flight.
Or fuck off.
No. Oh my God, I have to ask him. It's fight, flight.
Phone him in.
I might as well. Oh my God, fight, wlight, or something. We were the third.
You
one.
add a
Freeze.
third.
It's freeze.
Freeze.
Yeah, we freeze. It's fight, flight, or freeze. I'm like,
Oh my God, that's
me and Jason are always freezing. We're like, oh shit. But
Freezing is. Hold on. I think you're onto something and maybe you don't realize it.
What?
I think freezing is so important and that should be actually an amazing third option for people because freezing allows you to really think and evaluate a situation because so many people are quick to fight and so many people are quick to flight. Nobody really freezes to evaluate a situation and have a conversation with themselves to say, is it worth it? Is it not? What? So I think freezing's great, friend.
I'm onto something.
You're
go.
onto something.
They should be
That
at
was
that, yeah.
groundbreaking.
You're a
You did something groundbreaking.
I'm fucking brown. I said brown.
You just broke.
I'm
You just broke the
groundbreaking.
ground.
You just broke. The
I
ground.
broke the ground.
I think freezing is great. I wanna freeze.
Yeah.
I think I'm freezing a lot lately.
Yeah, oh, Jesus, girl, you and I both.
But
Wait,
go ahead.
can we dive into some stuff that's
Yeah.
been happening or weighing on you?
Oh, sure.
You don't have to say like too many things, especially if other people
no,
are involved. but-
it's not. I think so. Just like work wise, right? Like I agreed to take on a challenge of like a whole new curriculum, a whole new course, and I was very excited about it with the expectation that my other preps, things, the way I could teach in my sleep wouldn't change. And it didn't completely change, but like a lot of it got mixed up and I am in different territory than I'm used to now when I thought I wasn't going to be, so I could take on this challenge. So I took on a challenge, but then now I have something else that is almost as challenging that I have to deal with. So it's not that easy anymore.
Got it.
That's that. And then just the PhD journey is, at one point I was told I have to take the semester off because I'm currently in my comps now. But then somebody just recently told me yesterday, like, no, right when you're done with comps, you should already start working on your defense, your thesis defense, so you could complete your proposal for what your dissertation would be by December. So I'm in this, like, what am I doing? Like, I'm being pulled. Which one? Who's giving me the correct information and who's not? And that's beyond my control. So that's annoying for me. So those two aspects. Another one, it just got solved. That was really simple. It was just my third instructor I normally have for my dance program could no longer do it. So I have to find a replacement. That was stressful because if you don't find a replacement, you got to cut some kids, and then I got to give some kids the boot, and I don't want to do that. No. But I found a replacement, so that I was able to control.
Good.
And I think just I've lost. I don't want to say friends. There's one in particular, and we talked about this a little bit. I lost a friend this summer. Not like he's alive. But like
he is
R.I.P.
But I like lost a friend over something that I thought was really petty. Yeah. I made a comment to this person because I thought we were in that space where we could have authentic, real, honest conversations with one another. Mm-hmm. And so I called him out on something that didn't look good on his character, and he brushed it off, didn't like it, and basically like blocked me, deleted me. And I'm like, damn, bro, like that's what we're doing. And it made me really reevaluate the people in my life. Not everybody necessarily, but like I hold people up to this pedestal when I probably shouldn't. Where people that I'm like, wow, I really thought you were my friend. And clearly you're not. Yeah. So it's just that uncertainty of like, who's really down? Yeah. You know?
Yeah. I mean, that's always, disheartening when that happens.
Yeah.
With
I feel like my update's like really like sad, but my life has been good. I mean,
you're catching
for
flights?
the most part.
Catching flights, not feelings?
I'm not catching flights.
Oh, no flights? Okay.
No. I'm too busy. I'm in exams. I can't.
That's right, my girl. Yes, you are very busy, and I love that for you. Yeah. I mean, with us, I don't know. What's been going on?
What's going on with you guys? Hello,
with
mother.
Me, I know.
Mommy collective.
I know. She is exciting. She is cute. She is getting hit up by some really fun people. Yes. So I'm hoping to collaborate with some brands because they want to do some stuff, and I'm really excited about that. I have to just figure out a way to get them in there. I also need to sit my ass down, and maybe you guys can help me, but like I would love to create just more mom events. I'm seeing what's working. I'm seeing what's not working. So I love that. I have one coming up that I'm really excited for. It's the first like mommy and me one, I guess. It's a Santa event, and it'll be so cute. You'll be there too. I know. I'm so excited.
Just selling merch.
Yes, sell your merch. It'll be so cute. So I'm excited about that. Mommy Collective's taking off, which actually I have then in addition to that, I'll be relaunching. I know you guys know I've done podcasting for 8 years. Unentitled will be switching to Mommy Collective, so I'm really excited about that. I know, so I'll have another podcast. Yay, more podcasts! But I'm excited about it. I'm gonna be able to like talk to moms and share stories and a bunch of other stuff with that. So I'm super excited. Busy with her doing that, and then obviously work. Just trying to do a million jillion things at work, but. I mean, why wouldn't I? It's just who I am. But I love it. It's exciting. Obviously, my daughter, she is 5 months. She is thriving. We're going on our very first trip in October, so I'm excited. Yay. She will be on an airplane. I am scared shitless, but we got this. I know it'll be fine. I'm like, it'll be fine. But my family's coming. My mom, my sister. I'm so excited. And I love, like, that fall's coming. Fucking love fall. I'm a fall lady. So give me a pumpkin spice latte and call me a basic bitch.
I'm a 70-degree slut right now, so
I can't. I need 60s and a hoodie.
60s? Okay, no, I do that.
Yeah, anything below 60.
I'm living in this 99 right now.
I hate it.
Girl, you want to sweat? That sweats ass.
You can put layers on. You can't take all your layers off.
You could go in a pool.
Yeah, but you know what? Do you own a pool?
Oh, I go to your pool.
That's exactly the problem. That's the fucking problem. Owning a pool sucks.
Stay out of my pool. What about you, producer Marco?
Just surviving with 2 kids, 2 under 2 in the summertime. Things went like crazy. Can't believe it's September in a few days.
Literally.
And so, we're just,
Well, technically this is coming out in September. No?
This is.
Shout out September.
This is coming out in September. But, just working and getting ready. Hard at work on this rebrand, and hopefully everyone likes it.
Yes, hard at work. Make sure, guys, to keep rocking with us. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
There is a survey out. I don't know if we can still keep it up. The winner might have been announced, but if you feel compelled,
we probably would have announced.
right? We will announce our winner already. So by the time you're watching this, but if you feel compelled and you want to share input, I still think we should have it available somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
We love feedback, and I think it's a really good way because we read your comments and stuff, but we want to really interact with you. So you can go to our Instagram. We'll have it there linked somewhere. So at Never Too Shy Pod on Instagram. You can follow me at Paulina Rowe.
At Talk with Tati.
And then again, at Never Too Shy Pod. Hit us up. Let us know what you liked about this, what you didn't. I want to know.
It's the rebrand. Like, we are here to take space, make space, say it with our chest, and hear everything you have to say. So.
Exactly. We really do. And we appreciate each and every one of you so much.
So much.
Yes, ma'am.
We love you. Talk to you later.
Bye, guys.
Peace.